What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So we're going to be making our way through the Imperfect Shrine, possibly this episode. I was actually getting ready to send my logs and save file over to the devs from that guy that was bugged, because they've had a couple people mention that, but they haven't been able to reproduce it. And all of a sudden I went back over there and it was working, oddly enough. So quit out immediately, but we're going to go take him down, because I know how much y'all love them boss fights. Shoo. We'll fight this guy. And I don't know. Part of me thinks maybe I should make this episode like a. I don't know, because it's like we're close to the end, but I don't want it to end. All right, buddy. Let's do this. Oh shit! You're also a Biblio. But I am a stronger Biblio. Ha ha ha. Things go burr. Two remain, two embarked. Pilgrim striking through the dark. I am striking through the dark now, Inquisitor. I wonder what will I find. Peace. A peaceful slumber among the tombs of Cowboy, rest everlasting, quiet. I become fear embodied, and now fear consumes me. The void, the horror, takes me. Damn, bro. Didn't think you was gonna get your ass beat like that. Well, okay. I guess we are gonna... I didn't think I was gonna, like, just obliterate him. That was actually like, yikes. Actually, you know what? Let me go. I'll warp out and level up, and then we'll come and we'll do the final boss. Or, I mean, it's got to be the final boss, right? Like, I also think I want to check for a mask. No, stop it. Don't you hit me. I'm gonna be honest, I think my build might be a wee bit OP. I mean, at the same time, like, I have put a lot of points into Arcane. Like, I am the mage. Alright, I need a helmet. Need a helmet that has better stats. Look at some of the late game boys. You're class 4 light. I lose out on a couple. Oh, I can't even make you. I don't have rune tongues. Ugh. What else? You're class 4 light. You're not going to be good enough. On the heavier side for class 4 light. There's 3 light. It's okay in some areas and not as good in others. Let me see. I'll sort it out by a weight. 3.6. 3.2. I can't do you. I need slippery nodes. That would probably look badass too. And I have him. He's class 4 heavy. Wait, force mass? Class 4 heavy? Huh. I just got a wild idea. I didn't see his, even though it's heavy, it's actually quite light. Wow, that looks fucking goofy. Ooh. Strigid mask. I have his. Oh, I got his armor too. Cool. That actually has some plays on it. I'll be damned. All I would need to do is get to class 4 heavy. We need that I would need points. I would need some serious points. Well, that's not happening. Instead, we're just gonna grab that, and I'm gonna be Pyromancy Man all the way to the end of the game. Before we go to bring our journey on to an end, upgrades. Where are my babies? Boy Pyre Trio, Moss Pyre Cluster, Bull Pyre Brick. Nice. Blaze Pyre Brick. I don't use you as much anymore. 42. Bull Pyre Trio. Light Mine Staff. Hey, Blight Mine outclasses Galvanic. I mean, Galvanic would probably catch up while it's upgraded, but Light, Dark, Poison, Light. What is the Force Staff, anyway? Physical light. Lots of light. Oh, let's do it. There's no time like the present. Oh, some upgrades I can get. There we go. I hope one day they implement where I could just punch in runes and hunt a specific mage that I want. That would be a very nice addition. And then make it like the daily quests, you get, you know, bonus rewards and whatnot. But if I just want to hunt something, I don't know. We'll talk more about that once we get to review. Alright, so, so we just start scaling it. So even though I could have come in here earlier, I wouldn't have gotten very far without both essences. Yep. Because we needed the blue, and then we would have needed the fire once again. See, so what did he give me exactly? Reveal the truth. He said there was peace in ignorance. So the truth, I guess the truth is that spell marked eat the hearts of mages. Gods demand sacrifice, their third, their due. This cannot be trunicated. One believed he could end the cycle. Come the sacrifice, arrogant, came from the mountains, from Dreadstone Peak. Became a vessel for the gods' wrath, overflowed, spilled. Arrogant, immortal against the gods. I wonder if that was the dude we fought, because he was in Dreadstone Peak before, and then overspilled, meaning it turned him into a mage. There was a husk atop this place, mortal like you, a Sylvan from the mountains. This shrine has a purpose, and his will was to subvert it, be a levy steadfast against the waters of divine judgment. What mind this mortal possessed was destroyed long ago, scattered like ashes scattered by the gods. When the mind broke, so too did the levy. Levy broke and the flood consumed all. Like fucking ominous hour. Which of these is better? 1.5. Okay, so it is just barely better, but they're both really solid now. What's my scaling on these anyway? You're C. You're only E scaling? Wow. That's actually really surprising. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, we must be getting close. Oh, that's nice. If you're dying at the boss, they give you or haze and health right before the boss fight. It's because they don't want people to be like, I'm out of health, this is bullshit. That's actually very considerate. One at the top of the imperfect shrine is only a husk, but he now serves a purpose. From the ruins of his mind, madness swells, spreading like miasma throughout the kingdom. Those who listen hear his whispers, but the voices are not his. Many are tempted, many seek power. They follow the whispers, and their greed transforms them. And so mortals become vessels of divine wrath, mages. When you reach the top of the imperfect shrine, what will you do? Cut down the suffering sacrifice, and then what? Gods demand sacrifice. So I'm guessing we get up there and either we purge the sacrifice or we become it ourselves. Over here. Piece of candy. Hey, Cerulean Tome of Fates, let's go. The Undone Sacrifice. Haha, Biblioteco Burr. Oh, this guy's strong. Just gotta stay on the ground. No, oh shit, that hurts really bad. Oh god, okay, buddy, listen. Just need like a second. There we go. Brrr. Give me yummy hearts. Blah. First attempt, let's go. My build's OP as fuck. Emerald feather, is it good? Is it like super good? No, it's not. Climb or devour? Well, hang on. If I climb, I think I become the sacrifice myself. Let's devour. Sacrifice. I will eat the blood of the tree, the orb of life. All power becomes mine. Take your place amongst the gods. This is a depiction of my badassery now raining down on the entire continent. Oh man, that was fun. So yeah, let's do a review. I know there's not a lot of people involved in the development, so it's gonna be a short credit roll, but alright, so where to start? So I think I did go into this with pretty high expectations. After playing the beta and whatnot, I had a pretty good time with it. I had a lot of fun, and I was definitely looking forward to it. And I think for the most part it delivered. I think once it clicked that this wasn't just like a sequel, and I think that's part of the reason. Is a lot of people look at this and they're like, oh, it's just a you know, it's a Salt and Sanctuary sequel, and like, yeah, there's a lot of Salt and Sanctuary-esque things here. It's very much a sequel to it, but it's not like a story sequel. And you can see they've pulled a lot more influence from Sekiro this time, whereas the original was very heavily Dark Souls-y. You know, Sekiro with the perfect block as opposed to like a shield parry, the grappling hook, all that stuff. That's obviously very Sekiro influenced. Both having the experience as well as the silver. So, you know, you have a currency and then an XP. All that Sekiro influence. But then the Mage Hunt's very, very Monster Hunter-esque. And I mean, I'm a fan of Monster Hunter, and I'm a fan of Sekiro, and I'm a fan of Souls. So, to me, this was like a mashup of just like three things that I very much enjoy. So yeah, in terms of just like the game itself, I had an absolute blast with it. Thinking about it from a gameplay perspective, I do like the general loop. Go in a zone, hunt a mage. You don't have to hunt all the mages there. You can if you want. Progress to the next zone. At the same time, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. I do think it would be really nice if we could just hunt a mage on demand. Because there's certain, like, I mean, like, even now, you know, even though I've beat the game, I still don't have the Kinetomancer staff, which I want. And I still don't have the rest of the Demonmancer's armor. And I also don't know where the Nameless Hunt is for the Demonmancer. He's got to be somewhere in that zone. I mean, I guess I'm gonna just go back and crawl through it, but I don't know where it's at. And New Game Plus. Oh shit. Do I auto go? Oh no, my auto in New Game Plus. I think I'm auto New Game Plus. RIP. Galvanic Staff, Stave. What is all this? Thank you, gods, you're stirring. Spell mark. Yeah. Damn, straight to New Game Plus. Big rip. Look, what did it just give me? What did it give me? Hollowed Greatsword. And then what else did it give me? I'd have to check. I missed what it handed me. What's funny, I sent them my save anyway, just as a backup, so I do have a save right before the final boss. I'll probably go back to, because I'm not really too keen on jumping right into New Game Plus just yet. I still want to farm up some mages, and obviously, well, let's see. Let's see, New Game Plus. Oh, that's relocked. Yeah, it's gonna be a no from me, dog. Oh, yep. So, all right. Anyway, let's talk about the other stuff though. So yeah, I really think there should be a way for you to hunt a particular mage, and like I mentioned this quite a few times, but like, you know, the mage names are composed of runes. I feel like we should be able to be like, oh, do, boom, and we hunt the pyromancer or some shit like that. Like, I feel like that should be a thing. And I know we have the daily hunts, which, you know, that's cool and fine. And oh, you know what? I never turned in the fucking the tome. Yeah, I'll definitely have to load the other save and go grab that and turn it in. But you know, it's like the daily hunts they're daily. It might not be a guy you want. And then the nameless hunts are cool. You get the mask and all that. But I need a way to hunt a specific mage, the same as I could hunt a specific monster or monster hunter. So I do think that was a little bit of an oversight. In terms of gameplay and smoothness and whatnot, it definitely takes some getting used to. I think one of the big things is stamina in this game. You really need to play with patience. Whereas, you know, in Dark Souls, you lose less stamina and you also gain it back slower. You lose large chunks of stamina here, but it comes back very rapidly. And I think that's something a lot of players, especially new players to this franchise, are struggling with. I think that's where we're seeing a lot of the complaints about the stamina system. One thing I found, somebody said that they just lock onto ladders by jumping. I mean, that's, to me, that's, you know, if I'm jumping at a ladder, I want to lock on. That's, you know, I want to be fast. I don't want to have to run up and enter a prompt. Screw that. Thinking about the zones themselves and the layouts, I think overall I enjoyed most of the zones. The Fire Temple, god, the Fire Temple sucked so bad. Also the hallowed grounds, that was weird, man. That was a lot of work to get access to level 1 mage upgrade mats. Not sure how I feel about that, to be honest, but it was, I mean, I did it, I got through it, so, you know, whatever. What's done is done. Music was nice. I kind of just like vibed with it most of the time. I liked how we had like that beat that dropped every time we were about to get into a mage hunt. That was pretty good. Multiplayer has been a blast. I will say there are lots of balance issues. I'm not gonna consider those as like a negative for the sake of a review. Just because, you know, PvP balance it's all over the place. You know, how are you gonna balance PvP day one? You know, until you have a large audience that's playing your game, it's hard to really, it's hard to balance. You know, you need you need data, and you can't get, like, you know, there's only so much playtesting that you can do. So I'm not worried about that. But from a PvE perspective, and some stuff's pretty broken, not gonna lie. Wait, do I have double blight mine stave? That's weird. Oh no, I just took off my one. Yeah, being able to be like, brrr, and just bomb these out, like, it did insane damage. It did too much damage. I mean, at the same time, you know, my guy has 58 Arcana, which is a lot. That is a lot. Level 100. Definitely got my level up where it should be. And magic is generally strong in any game like this. But I definitely feel like I went pretty freaking hard. So, yeah, anyway. Moving on from that, though. Visual design, I actually like this a lot more. The first game, I felt, to an extent, the first game was kind of like, it was very dull. I mean, it had a very kind of like dull tone to it. Lots of grays, lots of browns, and this is way more vibrant. So I know I've heard some people are saying they don't like the more vibrant color scheme. Personally, I'm a huge fan of it here. In terms of things that I didn't like, you do get juggled a lot by enemies, and I feel like there should be some type of limitation on, you know, if an enemy hits you, they shouldn't be able to hit you, boom, boom, but they shouldn't be able to juggle your corpse, because once you've lost control of your character, you know, it's like, at that point, I can't do anything. So if I get hit by that one attack, I'm getting juggled and I'm dead. That was a little shitty. One thing I really didn't like was ladder campers. You know, if there's a large enemy that's like right at the start, my character would just get shoved off. That's something that needs to get fixed up for sure. Like, if I get up top, I should, you know, there should immediately nudge the enemy over so I can get up, and then I have to roll past him or something. You know, that would be fine. But like, there were quite a few times where like I would, you know, I'd jump and I'd try to hit a ledge, and I literally could not climb on the ledge because there was an enemy there. You know, that's bullshit. There's nothing I can do there. So besides that, the mage fights are pretty cool, but I do feel that, oh, excuse me, some of them got a little spammy. Some of them got a little too, I'm trying to think, who was the one? God, who was it? I don't even have the list of mages anymore, so I can't. Oh, actually, maybe I do. Maybe in the bestiary. Yeah, who was it? There was somebody. Do you know? Yeah, all I know is one of the guys that I fought. Bro, they were just. It was the one that had the sword. I don't remember who it was, but I was ranged on them, and they were just like sword, 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 and they just kept spamming the sword over and over again. You know, it might have been the Umbromancer. I don't remember for sure, but yeah, that shit was. I was like, yo, can you mix up your moveset? Try to charge me and do a melee move instead of just doing sword beams for the next 5 minutes. Like, that was kind of annoying. And I think most of that's just like an AI thing, you know, because it's clear that the mages are set where it's like, if the target is at ranged, go to this spell. If they're in melee, go to this spell. But it seems like they'll get kind of stuck in a rut doing that, and the AI won't adapt. I think the biggest thing is the mages need to advance on the player. Like, if, like, you know, if the player's backing off, hit them with that ranged attack. But the mages need to keep aggression as well. I did like, on the other hand, that we had staggers and whatnot on bosses. That was pretty cool. Especially once I picked up that I could jump on in and dagger him in the face. That was dope. So yeah, all in all, oh, what would I rate this? I mean, for me, honestly, this is probably like a 9 out of 10. Like, I'm done my first run. I have a second run ongoing. I have plans for a third run for sure, doing strength. I mean, more than likely I'll end up with around 4 runs, because I want to do my dex characters, half spears, and katanas, and I definitely want to do a strength guy that's like pulling out vanguards and great hammers and all that shit. And then I might do like a holy paladin type thing as well. So I'm having a good time with it. But anyway, we're going to wrap this one up here. As for what is up next on the channel, I'm not entirely sure. There's a couple different games I'm considering. We have like those vampire games coming up. I'll have to play them first before I'm like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And then there's another Souls-like type thing called Achilles that just came out. But I think it's early access. I'm not sure. I'll have to look more into that. But either way, this has been fun. If y'all want more Salt and Sacrifice, tune into the streams. We have a whole separate room we're doing on there. And otherwise, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time.